Over the weekend, former President Donald Trump said this about the southern border on his Truth Social platform. Terrorists are flowing UNCONTROLD from all over the world. The probability of a major terrorist attack in the USA is now 100. Close the borders. BergenCNN Trump is already in general election mode and knows the southern border is a weak spot for President Joe Biden. Trump also keenly remembers how conflating terrorism and immigration was a win for him in the 2016 presidential race. Remember the Muslim ban? So why don't we go back to this election-proven issue? But is Trump right? Take his first claim that terrorists are flocking to the United States from all over the world. If this were true, wouldn't that be big news? Whenever terrorists are arrested anywhere United States, the media heavily covers such stories. As case of an Uzbek man sentenced to life prison for his role in a terrorist attack that killed 8 people Manhattan last year. It must be the stupid media that covers up the terrorists. What Trump is actually referring to are Customs and Border Protection statistics on encounters at U.S. borders with individuals on the terrorism watch list. To be clear, being on this terrorism watch list does not mean you are a terrorist according to a CBS News investigation last year. There are now nearly 2 million people on the terrorism watch list. This means that the government, for reasons it cannot explain, suspects someone may have an unspecified connection to terrorism. In fiscal year 2023, there were 249 encounters by Border Patrol agents with individuals on U.S. terrorism watch list at the southern border. Almost twice as many such encounters occurred on U.S. border with Canada. But no one is calling for a wall to be built on the Canadian border because of concerns that terrorists are flocking to America's northern border. Indeed, the last time bona fide terrorist apprehended at a U.S. land border was 1999. Ahmed Ressam had trunk full of explosives in his car and going to LAX Airport to detonate the. He was arrested at the Port Angeles, Washington border crossing after traveling from Canada. Fearmongering about terrorists pouring into southern border also misrepresents where much of the terrorist threat in United States comes from. This Saudi officer had not crossed dangerous Darien Pass in Panama and then traveled across Mexico to cross the southern border. He came to United States legally 2 years ago. The vast majority of terrorist attacks in United States since 9/11 have been committed by U.S. citizens or permanent residents. None of them had to cross the southern border because they were already in United States. A typical example of this group is Omar Mateen, who, inspired by ISIS, killed 49 people in a Florida nightclub in 2016. Mateen, a U.S. citizen, was born in Queens, New York. The biggest terrorist threat to the United States in recent years has come not from jihadist terrorists like Mateen, but from far-right